I think different writers will have very different takes on how short fiction and novels are related to each other. The way I think about it is there are some skills you learn in short fiction that are translatable, mainly at the level of craft, how you make a character sympathetic, how you describe a scene so that it comes to life, how you describe an action scene so that readers really feel it. Those kind of skills are obviously transferable between genres, but there are also fundamental differences between short fiction and novels that I had to learn as I started to become a novelist. The way I think about it is short stories are like mosquitoes, whereas novels are like elephants. And the two are different, not just because there's a difference in size, but in fact, structurally, they're very different. You can't take a mosquito and blow it up to the size of an elephant and expect to have a viable organism. It will literally just collapse under its own weight and choke because the biology of an insect just can't be scaled up to the size of an elephant. And that's the same thing when you're talking about short fiction versus novels. The kind of driving force, plot primarily, that keeps a reader engaged with the novel often tends to be not that important in a short story. You can be a very successful short story writer without knowing how to plot well, because there are other ways to engage the reader's attention and keep them interested. That was one of the things I had to learn as a novelist, which is how to plot. How to plot tends to be one of those skills that doesn't get much emphasis in a lot of writing instruction. But I think it's actually incredibly important, especially for a novelist. I think one of the things I learned as a writer is it's always good to talk to other writers and learn how they do things, and to try to learn how different writers approach the same problem. But one of the things you sort of have to remember is ultimately nothing will work unless you feel that it actually works for your particular voice and your particular approach to writing. I spoke with a lot of different writers and learned what they thought were useful ways to plot, and I read a lot of books. But ultimately, it turns out that the kind of thing that really helped me was to just go back and read novels that I really enjoyed, that I thought were very compelling, and see how they were put together, and how sort of try to reverse outline the novel, if you will, to deconstruct it and to figure out how the skeleton of the novel was put together and how it held its shape. And once I've dissected dozens of these novels and learned how other writers that I admired did it, I could then sort of extrapolate principles that I could then apply to my own work, and that was very helpful.